We're at the Reign of Terror.
Reign of Terror. Reign of Terror. And he's going to give us a quick tour of his haunted house, and it's kind of like in a mall.
It's in a mall. Yep.
Yeah, it's actually a good location for that
suburb area. So,
yeah, but you don't have to worry about parking.
No, we got a 5-story parking store right next door. Free parking.
So how long has it been in this building here?
So it's been in this. We moved in 2020. We couldn't run in 2020 because of the pandemic.
But how many years has it been in this spot?
This will be the 3rd year.
Third year. Okay.
And we've been in the mall here for 13 years.
Well, I noticed. Can you show us? Because I think people would be very interested. You have an app. I've never seen this before.
We run everything off of an app on our phone.
And you turn the lights on and
so
off.
if you want to turn the lights on, the overhead lights, you want to turn your compressors on.
Okay.
We turn them off. We turn that. That turns the whole show on, which turns on our.
That's insane.
So we can control everything.
You turn everything on.
Yeah.
With a phone.
We can hit one button. It'll shut all of our audio off. It'll do the emergency. We can hit another button. It'll run our Christmas audio for our Christmas shows.
And how many square feet is it?
So the building we're in is 29,000, and the haunted house is about 22,000.
Okay. Why don't you give us a quick tour?
Let's go on in. We're in the queue line.
This is a queue line.
Yep.
Lots of pumpkins. Ghost ride stuff. Obviously, for those who don't know, you're really good friends with Michael Shaley.
That's right.
So obviously you buy a lot of stuff from Ghost Ride.
This is a showcase for Ghost Ride products. The distortions in a Unit 70.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
My God.
So when you come through here, you got intake 1, 2, 3. We disperse the 3 people through so we can run timing. So they come through here, they would watch a video, which would give them all the house rules. We open up the door, you're in the haunted house.
This is where the haunt starts.
This is where the haunt starts. So you walk that way.
Hey, I don't know if you know this, but people have been smoking on the job.
That's right. So you go on right through
now,
there.
can you use this phone to like get out of here?
No, but if you go that way, if you lift up, head on through there.
Yeah.
So you lift up this phone, turns on your light, and opens up your door.
Is this like where an actor would jump out? You are in the shower.
This is our containment. This is the first section. There's 10 different themes. This one is kind of a prison yard.
I guess that's where an actor jumps out.
No, these are
I like how he's hanging to the side.
So an actor comes out of here.
Where did you come from?
So we got actors come out of 1, 2, or 3. So they can just circle around.
From Unit 70?
Yeah, yeah. So that would be like an actor in that spot.
was from Ghost Ride. I really like how you have like, you're adding like audio to a lot of the effects.
Oh yeah.
That's a cool prop.
We do a lot of stuff with different lighting and shadows.
Another Ghost Ride prop.
So we'd have an actor behind there. But because of that black curtain, people think that they can see through, but they can't. It's the curtain.
Oh, I see. So you did half black and half white.
Yeah, so when the actors here, they can come out and then they're hidden because they come out.
Oh, I see. That's a good idea.
And then you can see here, there's just an egress all the way around the haunted house. Just a green light that runs all the way around.
Yeah, that's a great thing. So you have like around like pretty much the whole haunted house.
The entire haunted house. I think
and then look at all the wiring you have in here.
And this, and there we go, anything that's black, this is all low voltage.
That makes it very operational friendly.
Yes. There's a vintage one-of-a-kind Ghost Ride.
You know, Michael, I think, told me he's going to try to get into building animations.
Yeah.
How many actors do you have in your haunt?
45. So this is a requeuing area right here because people start building up. So we have these spots like right here. This guy lifts up this phone, this green light would go off. And then when he puts the phone back on, that light will come on in 30 seconds. So that lets him know to just let that group go through. So you can look through here to see how far the line is. So in essence, they kind of line up there, but they don't realize that they're kind of being requeued. So it's just an advantage because this guy's entertaining. He's kind of this creepy, Igor-y type of guy. But then he can redisperse you, so you kind of break up your conga lines.
So I guess now we're entering...
You're entering in the Funhouse.
The fun...
And you've just come from the asylum, so you can imagine some of the...
What section do people like the best?
Well, you know, they all kind of cater to different fears. My personal favorites would be the mine shaft. So here's your whiteout room.
Oh man, the fog and everything.
Ooh. Then you got actor pop outs.
And then you put like this for what?
Yeah, just to prevent, you know, someone from...
Yeah, and also maybe to make it seem like it's not really there.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the squeeze wall? Do you have anybody having an issue with this because of COVID?
Well, we just put it back in. We didn't run it last year.
Yeah, we didn't run it either. We might have to put it back though.
Yeah.
I had someone shit
Actor there. So same actor over there has another actor pop out here, so they're doing a dual role.
What is? And then you have the bars on again.
So your dot room with the... We got our clown pop out. So there's a security camera right there. So if you come back here, Larry, come on back here. Riley, stay out there.
Okay.
So if you look right here, that's teed into the security camera. So as he comes out, we know exactly when the actors are there, so then they can just push this out.
Oh, that's like freaking cool. I like that.
So that's where you're coming from. So by one night, they're so dialed in because they're coming from right here. So he's got perfect timing every time.
Yeah.
So he's not trying to peek around or figure out where people are at. And then he can tell if people are messing around or they're lingering, and he can just stay back. So we keyed in that security camera behind that, and he can watch. So you can see if people come through.
Yeah, I like that. long did it take you guys to set all this up the first time?
Well, we moved it. We started moving it in January. It took about 9 months. Just picked these up from Haunt Enterprises this year. Church. So we just added it this year. We've got a priest that's right there, but the thought is they're going to think someone's that someone's going to pop up. So then I'll let you go because it's an animation.
That's nice.
So we had one of these as an actor. And this one right here used to be an actor, and he got harassed way too much, so we substituted it.
Can't really hard to see it. And he just comes right. Whoop, he comes right down, right out of the ceiling.
So everybody's got one of these. But so we mounted all the lasers on the other side of the wall, so it just because otherwise you always see them and they're always off. But this way, people if they bump the walls, they won't adjust the laser. You can always get a cool shot of that.
Riley's trying to find his way.
Swimming.
So do you not have fog in most of your haunt?
You are seeing the haunt as it runs.
So
You'll get lingering fog is going to come over, so it'll start filling in more as the night goes on, but it's more specific in areas. So this is our biggest requeuing area because you're about at the halfway point of the haunted house. So we bring people in at an ABC, it's like a military guy, and then again he's got a timer button right here, and then he just requeues you in.
but I see you got a video camera again.
Yeah, so that's part of our surveillance system. So these walls came from All My Children, the soap opera.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How did you get them?
Some people in Burbank just let us know they had them.
That's cool. And you just went and got them?
Yeah. They're super heavy. So here you got an actor position. So if you just go ahead on down that way. So the actor can come out of here in this cage.
And he's totally protected.
Yeah, and he just slams into here, and then you think you're safe, and then you come around, and then he comes out here.
There you go. And more of these walls.
Yeah.
So what happens here? A big effect? Do you have vibrators in the floor?
Yeah, there's a big bass shaker that's underneath the floor.
I noticed like on the ramp down you put some sort of fabric.
Yeah, well, it's a rubber, it's a conveyor belt vinyl, so it's super, just because that's a relatively steep ramp.
What is that?
Oh, it's just a look through the Vortex tunnel spinning.
And people watching the video won't know this, but you have scent machines.
Yes.
Because it smells like turds in here.
And there's a video animation that runs there on the TV screen.
Decontamination protocol.
You stand right here. Blasted.
What's that?
So there's air blasters up here, so as people are walking through.
Up at the ceiling?
Just blasted
Right
me.
And it just blasted you down here.
I did.
Can you do it again?
What is this?
Yeah. No, look right there.
Right in the ceiling, right on your head.
Right.
Actually, I think that's cooler.
So this is probably one of our coolest, most memorable actor scares. So people are always looking at that. And then there's an actor up here. It has got a bar here they grab onto and they just reach down right at you.
Oh, the bar is right there.
Yeah, so it'll completely hold you and you can tell the structure. So you're looking there and all of a sudden a hand comes down right between people. That's where most people go to the floor.
A creeper from Unit 70. We had that exact thing in our old shop.
Big dust collector?
Yeah.
Oh my God, there was so much dust.
You know, I was getting something like barrels from a guy, and I was telling him about the haunted house, and he got all excited. He was an old timer guy, and he sold pet shampoo. And he said, "Hey, I'll give you that." And he pointed up to the roof, and it was this dust collector because he was swapping out an air conditioner, so they were able to crane it off.
So does
we just cut it right here. So the top and bottom is 2 pieces.
So let me ask you, does the Lost Soul Saloon, so does the mall like you being here?
Oh yeah, because of the amount of people that come through. And
Does the other vendors like it?
oh, for sure. We wish they'd stay open a little later, but.
So now we're in the Old West. I'm assuming this is an actor.
That's just an egress area.
And look, the actors have access to a bathroom.
Yeah, so there's our bathroom. There's no water on, so that's why we're different. And then you...
What prevents the customers from walking through here?
Nothing.
Nothing?
I mean, do they peek through? Yeah. I mean, we got a camera right up above so we can monitor them.
You know, we put chains, like, you know, waist high.
Well, the thing is we use them to kind of come in and out.
No, I know, but you just put Caribbeans, you know, like, and, you know, so they just real quickly, you know, you can take them off and snap them back on. But we do that a lot. Like, if we don't want them going that direction, we just have a small chain.
So we love this. We got like a carpet blower down at the end.
A what kind of blower?
Just a carpet blower, you know, that you dry carpets.
Oh, yeah, I feel it.
You feel it, and you see how it's kind of blowing this as you're going down the mine shaft of the mine.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like, you feel like air blowing on you, and you're like, whoa, what's that? Yeah. Yeah, it does. It kind of gives you... Now, if you ran a lot of fog, that thing would be a problem. If you wanted fog in there, I mean.
Yeah.
Because it would blow it right out. But it is cool. Oh, that's cool. You put that fog machine upside down.
Yeah, and then we got another one behind you that shoots up on that corner. And then we've got that spot on the roof which will deflect. So, and this is that quick dissipating, so. I'll try it again.
Sure.
Oh, he blows it. He pulls the trigger on it.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it.
Yeah, you see how he is the plunger?
Yeah. So what's the what kind of attendance do you get in like one night? Like, what's your capacity?
About 2,600.
Like, you can't do more than that?
Well, I mean, we can, but it gets pretty. I mean, that's at 30 seconds. So this is a new animation we just added on. So just look up.
Did you guys custom make that?
Yeah. speakers for it are right there. So when the audio is, okay, give it a second to let it run. Trigger's right here. Ready? Ready?
Yep. Nice. I guess this is an actor.
No, it's just it was from something we used to use before.
So how many actors do you use in here?
45 in the whole house. So we got areas like this that kind of have a look through. That's a whole different section. You'll see that as we come up. So this is what we call Casa Blood, kind of our blood door.
That is so disgusting. from Ghost Ride. So how many days did you open last year?
17. That's one of Michael's new props. So we have an actor that's up on a stand back here that comes out of that window. We try to get you to look in a different direction.
One of my favorite scenes is from the movie Creepshow. When he's like...
So I had a woman that was helping me years ago, and she put the roaches up with no instruction, and this is what she came up with. And I was like, man, you clearly have had a roach problem, because that's exactly...
She just stapled them
how
on.
they travel. You know, they travel their scent. So when you look around, it's like so realistic to the way that they were.
How much of it do you change every year?
Oh, this is like from 7.
Yes, and so many people they never even see these.
I like that.
And then our actor comes out of there.
How often do you, how much do you change every year?
We add a lot. I mean, we're constantly changing. So the asylum is going to be our big change this year. We're going to gut out the asylum.
I like that.
Drop panel here.
And the drop panel appears to be like you got a step
Yeah.
for them to...
And then it's got a switch over here. It's got a magnetic lock here. So it just magnetically goes up and they flip the switch, so that way their hands aren't near anything.
I see you got half of a truck in here.
Yeah. That's the real deal. Well, you might see the other half of it.
Are you that interested in taking it down and trying to move it again? Or would that like cause you to rethink keeping going?
Well, it just depends. It depends on So we cut the truck in half right here. And then the whole front clip, there's no motor. The frame is just 4x4s. And then that's just... So this is new. We actually are in the process of building this. So these walls they're just up, but they're not. It's just an expansion on what we had in there. So this will be another requeuing area, because we'll bring people in and they'll snake around this. this, so that way we can put about 30 people inside this room and then redisperse them again. This is gonna be this is our zombie theme, kind of infected, that's the name of it. The whole thought will be that if there's zombies and that we can say, wait, okay, go, hurry up.
A dead deer being eaten by the zombie. That's kind of cool. Where you can.
So then that's where we were before.
Man, it's so hard to see in here. The camera's having a hard time seeing. Is that you and your wife?
It is.
Okay. How many people notice that?
You?
I'm the only one?
No. Anybody who knows us.
That's a cool prop. That's cool. You got a little typewriter noise over there.
After there.
Every time you tell me to go ahead of you, that means something bad's gonna happen.
No, I just.
It's just like a frame, and it's being moved back and
just
forth.
That short cylinder, just sitting on that trough.
Yeah.
So then the actor comes out of here. So you look at the pot pans, they jump out.
Nice. Yeah, every time I feel like you get behind me, like I'm being set up.
Get ready.
I like that. I mean, like, because that's just scary to listen to a clock. Is this supposed to be like the poltergeist room? Because you got the little Rams helmet here. For those people who don't know Poltergeist, you know, she had a Rams helmet in the room.
And these are all Pat McGee's kids.
Does Pat McGee come here?
He hasn't for years. So cool. We saw it as like so badass. We have another actor charging out there.
There's another camera. Look at that, the curtain's through.
Wow.
Okay, so that one's really good.
And the curtain's closed and everything.
Yeah, I like that.
You see how far they come out?
Yeah, hold on a second.
I think you scared him with that one.
Well, I knew they were coming. I didn't know they were going to come at you like a
Go ahead,
bullet.
step back a little bit. There you go.
Hold on a second. I want to like. That's good. Who built the animation?
So we bought one of those from Halloween Club like 18 years ago, and then we made a second one, and then I had Adam from Poison Props redo them with bronze bearings and everything, so then they're just super smooth.
All right, here, we gotta do it again. Yeah, that's a good one. So how much money do you think you have invested in it?
$500,000, $600,000.
Is this a for-profit haunt, or does it benefit a charity?
It benefits a charity. It benefits the city of Thousand Oaks. So it's a teen center and the theater group. So we raise money for them.
So they get 100%?
No,
No.
they get a portion of the proceeds.
Do they help act in it?
No. I run it. I'm 100%. I run it independently. We pay all of our actors. So we used to have an actor in that costume, but they just overheated. So now we just put a doll behind here that then charges out.
Has any of the people from the other local haunts come through, like Universals, and they come by? Did the LA Haunted Hayride guys come through?
So we had Chris Williams and John Murdy come through probably 10 years ago.
Who's that?
What's that?
Who are they?
Those are the guys at Universal.
Oh, okay. Do you ever have any, since you're in Los Angeles, do you ever have any famous people come?
Not
Look at the moon. Have you had any actors and musicians come?
Yeah.
Which ones?
So we had, Ashley Tisdale, one of the Disney people. We had Rebecca Romaine Stamos and whoever her new husband is. We get people to come through and
Bruce, you're going to take us on a behind the scenes.
So here's so it's a little smoky here. Right? You want a piece of candy?
Sure.
What do we got?
And
So this is where we feed all the actors. Come in. We feed all the actors. They come in shifts. So we do a 5:30 or a 6.
You feed them?
Yeah, we feed everybody. So
What do you feed them?
So there's a buca de pepo and Sharky's, which is a Mexican grill. We do pesto pasta. We do Jersey Mike sub sandwiches, and they'll divide them up, put them in individual things.
I guess your actor, or do they show up early for that?
Yep.
At what time do you start feeding them?
We start feeding them at 5:30,
What time do you open?
7.
Sounds like you need to start doing that.
Well, we tried it.
No, we feed them after. Or sometimes before.
So we have three makeup artists. One just does kind of base makeup.
What percentage of mask to makeup do you have?
Probably 75% makeup, 25% masks. You can't get people to wear masks. It's just too hot.
Do you have air conditioning in here? No? Okay.
And when we were upstairs, it was extremely hot. And not only was it hot, but it was muggy and humid.
That's one of the benefits of being in like Missouri, you know.
Yeah.
It'll get nice and cold.
Yeah.
And that helps. But yes, I agree with you on that.
A lot of it's kind of training. You know, we tried it. We did a lot of half silicone masks.
And that didn't work?
No. Well, but you know, when you get someone that's new and you should give them a mask, and that's the protocol, it works great.
So like on all of your animations, do you, like what is this fan here? What's
That's
this?
actors. So every actor has their own fan.
To keep them cool.
Yeah. So that's their peephole. So there's an actor fan.
Oh, and you do that because it's really hot.
Well, no, but also you're acting.
What's the average temperature in California at that time of the year?
Here. So there's an actor here, so we got the actor fan. I mean, it's usually in the 70s.
And then what is this?
So this is for their drinks. Like for water, we have water for everybody. And then they'll put their water in their phones, but it's impossible to get them to not put their phone on.
Ah, that's pretty clever.
So that way,
I like that.
The hardest thing is when they get water and then they just leave it. So when they put them there, they come in at the end of the night. We got the recycled cans. So
let's see you had a control room.
Yeah, right over here.
And this makes it really easy to fix the animations if you have everything on the outside.
100%. So all your, the whole air system, and I learned this somewhere, it's all in a circle. So you got 3 compressors and they're feeding everything a circle. So, and then we just have the reservoir tanks. So we actually, on our computer, so we can check the air pressure at all times, just on your phone. You can see what the pressure of your system
I got it on your phone.
So if you had a
That's
problem,
a California thing, baby.
That's right.
This is Tech City.
So pretty much every single one of the emergency exits dumps out. So again, every section, like this is the church, it's completely independent on its audio, its low voltage, its music, its backup, its security cameras, all is in one section. So if there was ever an incident and we had to turn power off or fix something, we know it's isolated to one section. And then of course we have lead actors in each section that would know if there was a problem with the audio.
And then you have like a control room or something?
Like the camera room?
Yeah, let's see that. Yeah, but I like this. Like I was telling you, I would love to buy an old grocery store. And this is exactly how I would do the haunted house, where you could literally, we have like little things in the haunted house where you can kind of sort of walk around a big chunk of it.
Oh, I've been to your haunted house.
But not like this.
No, and that was, and the fire department absolutely loves this. You've got lighting, they got arrows on the floors, we got fire extinguishers, exits point out. So it just makes it really, if there was ever a situation.
And you got air tanks like everywhere.
Easy to get people out. So here's our computers that mount in, bring in all your.
I see there's iPads hooked in.
Yeah, these are just the guys' iPads. We do our cameras, our photo system runs through an iPad. We can check people in on online tickets on the iPad.
Anything else cool behind the scenes to see? Oh, you have an actor's room. You can show us that.
We got the makeup room. Or the costume room, I mean.
Yeah, all your wiring is very organized. You got fans for all your actors. I like that.
Oh God! Here about when you start putting all of them up.
And so this is.
Everyone comes in after they've eaten. They come in each section, and then obviously all the clothes are based on the different sections.
You got little changing rooms.
4 changing rooms. Come in, bring their costumes. We do laundry every day, so at the end, their costumes go in here. If they're ghillie suits or something, or they need to be pressed, they're always sprayed. The masks are all sprayed, but then all the laundry is taken out and washed.
Well, Bruce, thanks for the behind the scenes tour.
Yeah, so we have a little bit of a leak in the winter, so that's our.
Oh no.
So we got lockers for the actors, kind of a first come first serve basis, and then that's all of our stuff for Christmas. Well, that's our Christmas.
Yeah, I wanted to get lockers at my place, but when you got 101 things going on,
100%.
those kind of things slip through the cracks.
100%.
But we've been talking about doing it forever. Do you have line actors out front?
We do. No, there's 4 of them out there. We're all at Monsterpalooza, so you might have seen them.
Dressed up, I'm assuming.
Yeah. So then everything is totally identifiable. Blue, your white is your speaker wire. Red and white represents low voltage. We don't use a lot of 110, but like the actor fan, so that would be all of your black cord.
What kind of store did this used to be?
Used to be a Marshall's.
Yeah, it still has all the retail stuff
Yeah,
on the
see,
wall.
these are all the racks for the. So this building was actually built in 1962, so it's been a lot of different things.
You have a workshop here,
Yeah.
but you have a photo
Yeah.
system. Can you explain it to
So
us?
this is the view through photo system.
View through. Where did you?
He's at Las Vegas. We bought this at Transworld.
Oh, okay.
So the nice thing with this is, unlike a printer or something where you have to have a sales station, we produce different QR codes, either for Christmas or Halloween. This was for our halfway to Halloween. That's why there's a paper over. You come up onto this, you scan the QR code. It then sends you an email. You put in your phone number. It sends you a QR code. You bring the QR code. You click it to the scanner right here. It inputs your information. You come over here. You take a couple pictures with your friends, with your dummy or whatever. And then
It takes it automatically.
no, we have we have a person that stands here because we change the different backgrounds. So that way we want you to buy multiple photos. So once we take 2 pictures with 2 different backdrops. That's why a green screen. And then as soon as they're done, we hit OK. It then emails that right to your phone. You take a look at the phone. You say, "Wow, this."
And
looks
so you're
great."
saying for 4,000, you got the whole camera
Whole
and everything.
setup. Everything.
Everything. Does it require internet?
It does.
Yeah. Very
So
good
we have
internet.
terrible internet here. So we have a AT&T hotspot. That's $55 a month for 100 gigs, and it's up on the roof. And then every month it just and that works great. And then at the end of that, when it gets super busy, it takes a while for the photos to upload.
And so you're saying that you did like $10,000
Yep.
or whatever. Cool.
I mean, if you put this in, it'd be ideal to maybe leave it a little bit closer in the haunted house, but because
Is this a photo example?
that's a photo example.
But I don't see the dead guy over there.
That was done last Halloween. For the halfway to Halloween, we added this guy. Here's a sample of here's what it looked like for Christmas. So we had a backdrop of the haunted house. I mean, obviously that's full of people. Typically you're gonna have 2. We had a Santa.
So is that like a photo that you put behind it?
Yeah, so we put Santa, live guy, in there. You take a picture with them, and that's what it sends you. This is what it was sending you during Halloween. And then, of course, we can upload any photo, make them or...
Now, before we go, is there anything else you were cheating on us with?
That is it.
Although you do have a pre-show right there.
Yes.
And you have chain link in front of it, like the Blues Brothers.
So that was actually because of COVID.
Did beer bottles get thrown at?
Well, we had the squares here to prevent people going through. It kind of gave more rules about COVID. Now it just shows images of the haunted house.
Ah, okay.
We'll just change it out. We put the chain link there because we don't want people to walk through and kind of smack the screen, because you do that one time and then it would bother.
And this is your gift store?
Yep.
Can you turn on the overhead lights? Let's see you do that again. So does your wife work in here too?
Yeah.
And look at that. The lights are back on.
Then you turn everything off. You just hit that button.
Oh, look at that. Everything turned off and then it turned back on. That's crazy. And the haunted house, just one flip of a button.
You need to get that.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. So is your gift store do any good?
Yeah, especially I think with COVID. I mean, it was like everything we put out, people bought. Mary was making jewelry, and we were doing candles and bath bombs, and man, So the funny thing is, we used to sell a lot of female shirts, women's cuts, and then when we started putting out jewelry and bath bombs, those stopped. Those just totally non-existent now.
And these are the things you sell?
Yeah.
And you got all your T-shirts. So is this like a profitable endeavor for you? I mean, are you have you gotten all your money back?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you enjoy doing it as you get older? Does it get harder and harder, or?
Well, we streamline it down now. So instead of having, we have a much smaller crew. There's only about 6 of us probably 5 that actually do the whole haunted house. And that's what I think makes it easy.
Could you take it down and set it back up again?
Oh, 100%. We took it all down upstairs.
How long would it take you?
A season.
A whole year?
Yeah.
Do they want you to stay in this complex?
Oh, well, they would love to if they have a space big enough. I mean, we go year by year, so I kind of keep figuring out what's going on. But there's a lot of different places available. Bed Bath & Beyond is kind of struggling, and there's always a big box store that's open. But depending on how the
Do
economy is.
do you visit a lot of haunted houses here in Los Angeles? Do you
There
go
is
to
no
any of them?
haunted houses.
No, I mean like the Universals, Knott's,
No.
any of those.
I mean, yeah. Seasonally, no. We go to LA Haunted Hayride because of our friendship with them. Like 17th Door is the other big independent one, but that's more of a touch, real interactive, and
Did they do any good?
I think they do great. But they cater to the people that are, want that bag over your head, super, like, touch sphere experience.
Do you travel to go see haunts anywhere?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Where
We did
have
a
you-
Legendary tour.
Yeah.
We've been to all the big ones.
What are your favorites, and why?
13th Gate.
13th Gate in Baton Rouge,
Yeah.
Dwayne Sandburn.
Yeah.
Why do you like that one?
Because I just thought it's the most real, it's the most authentic, real haunted house.
Yeah.
When you go in, you just see the sprayed plaster and that bayou scene and kind of the old London. I just got transformed. Because with him, it's not all about scare, like a Universal. There you get set up and you got the guy selling fish and all he's doing is asking you, but all of a sudden, like you're no longer in a building haunted house, man. You are in the streets of London.
Yeah.
And that was just incredibly well done. I mean, awe factor, looking at awe factors, yours, Netherworld, just with the massive animations and stuff, they're just like totally cool.
You haven't seen ours in a while.
I was going to try to see it this year.
I know. We didn't open it because
No, so last time I saw it was 2019.
yeah, it's changed drastically.
Yeah. Well, it does every year.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like drastically changed, especially like even just when you walk out.
Yeah.
We tripled the size of our gift store, and
You just did that, right?
yeah, and we even added more space onto it like after Trans World. And we're still trying to stock it, and it was really fun for me to go to a place here called Halloween Town. Yeah,
Wayne Toth, yeah.
Wayne Toth's place. I thought it was like, holy cow, I might have one of the best gift stores in the industry. And everybody's looking at it going, yeah, I think you got everybody beat. Then I went to Halloween Town, I'm like, no, not even close. It's like, and that's the thing about the haunted house industry is like, when you think you got there, you get humbled. By somebody else.
Well, but that's what he does,
Yeah, I mean, but it's very well done.
I mean, is your gift store growing, the merchandise
yeah,
stuff?
yeah. I mean,
But was it a COVID type of thing with pent up demand and people had extra money?
Yeah, but like, it's just something like just this year we started saying, you know what, we're done with just selling T-shirts.
Yeah.
Let's, we don't need a haunted house like that big. We should try to like figure out other things for... it's like people want to get scared, yes, but they also like want to have, I mean, they're trying to celebrate Halloween.
Yeah.
So I think it's just different environment than when I started. It was all about getting scared. And now it's about like, when you think about Halloween, you go to Target, for example, and they got like every kind of thing you could decorate your house. I think for a lot of people, it's the experience.
Yeah.
And they want a really cool.
So for us, our key marketing is to come and have fun, to have a good time.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
We don't want to be the scariest. We need to be the whatever. We want you to come and have a fun time.
Yeah.
Laugh at your buddies getting scared. Come in, look at the detail, get in awe of the facade of the church, or say to yourself, how the hell they build this? How'd they get that truck in here?
So
that's success for us.
Let me ask you a question. Like in a market as big as Los Angeles, and with competitors like Knott's and Universal, I mean, how do you find a way to coexist and get the word out?
Well, it makes it extremely difficult. It makes it extremely difficult. One, because the West Coast is not as Halloween and seasonal favorable as, say, the East Coast or the Midwest. See, October in Los Angeles, it could be 90 degrees. You could be at the beach. So you could be at the mountains skiing. You could go to Vegas. You could go to 1,000 different things. So the competition, like for us, haunted houses are not our competition. They get you excited to go to more haunted houses. People that enjoy haunted houses typically don't go to one and say, okay, that's it. Now, of course, there's people that do that are just, that it was just a one and done. So if they go to a fun haunted house, they want to come to another one, and we're the ones. But it's obviously extremely hard. It's extremely expensive. Everything is way more expensive than other areas. There's not abandoned buildings. I mean, to buy a building of this size is going to be about $8 to $10 million.
Yeah.
And the regulation is going to be extremely difficult.
Yeah, well, that's California.
That's California.
But the one thing I will say is that I would almost go and say that it was impossible to do a haunted house in Los Angeles or, you know, Orlando for that matter, or anywhere where there's like a mega Halloween event already existing. Or let's just say in New York City, Chicago, Los Angeles. You know, I remember Transworld, and the big haunt there was, what was that thing called?
Oh yeah, no, I totally remember.
What was that called? They did a tour every year.
Yeah.
But I would go
The
to
guy that does he did the Sense.
Yeah.
He was this original Sense.
and I don't mean to be like, you know, negative, but you know, it's like when you would go to Chicago, you're like, wow, this is a big city and the haunts are awful.
Yeah.
And you know, I realize now why they were awful. You know, because there was no way to market them when you had to go traditional route, and you know, like whether it was TV or radio or newspapers or whatever, or billboards. In a city that big, it's cost prohibitive to operate, especially from the marketing side. And the same goes for Los Angeles. There was no haunts. There was no haunts in New York, San Francisco, so on and so forth. But because of digital marketing, now you can like weed out like if you did a radio spot for $300 or $400 or $500, you don't know if anybody hears it. But now you can just target only the people that would like. So like if you're in Los Angeles with digital marketing, you could say, well, I only want to target people who like Universal Studios Horror Nights.
Yeah.
And then you're hitting the meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so now it makes it an environment where pretty much any business can compete, small, medium, or large, whereas it wasn't the case before. And the biggest cities all struggled, you know, to have big haunts. And you look at Chicago today, and it's just full of them.
Yeah.
You know, it's full of big haunts. You know, but 20 years ago, it was a struggle, you know, because of marketing.
When you say big, what's
well,
the
you
big
could.
haunt?
The thing is, you couldn't grow them because you couldn't afford to advertise.
Yeah.
But now, as marketing has changed, and you can target your audience, you can weed out the people who aren't interested.
Yeah.
And you can go right to. I mean, like it's the thing is like it doesn't matter what the product is.
Yeah.
If you're good at digital marketing, you can market anything. You can get on Facebook and advertise nationwide one little device that only a handful of people would like and nail them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that helps you compete in a crowded environment such as Los Angeles.
Yeah.
But
that blinded me.
oh, is it? I'm sorry. But anyway, hey, thanks for the tour.
Yeah.
And how do they find you?
rothauntedhouse.com. Reign of Terror.
Reign of Terror. Is that why you called it ROT?
Yeah. No. It was totally a luck. And our logo, the Rot logo, was a good friend of mine was just doodling and drew the logo.
Oh, it looks like the ring.
Yeah. So, but before the ring existed.
That's awesome. Well, we appreciate the tour.
Yeah.
And the insight.
Absolutely.
And hopefully people come down here and check your haunt out. And thanks a lot.
Of course. Thank you, Larry.
For scary videos and more, subscribe to our YouTube page, Hauntworld.com.